Hello, Alex. It's September 1st. As you know, the Hogwarts Express left from platform 9 3/4 at 11 a.m. today, bearing a whole new load of young witches and wizards ready to start their new term at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
And to witches and wizards and magical beasts, goblins and ghosts and magical feasts. It's all that I love and it's all that I need at Hogwarts.
Actually, hold on. Okay. Yep. Hey Alex, you know this bit of the Deathly Hallows? Epilogue 19 years later? Well, I've got some exciting news. Exciting for me, I mean. That epilogue of the Deathly Hallows was set to take place today, September 1st, 2017. This would be exciting enough on its own, but a year ago, a little show opened in London. I don't know if you've ever heard about it. It didn't get a lot of media. You know, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Hashtag keep the secrets. The story opens up before this book left off, with Harry, Ron, and Hermione dropping off their kids on the Hogwarts Express, on this day 19 years after the Battle of Hogwarts in 1998. As such, I think it's as good a time as any to talk about this book, the 8th story, 19 years later. The show has gotten some, well, flack since its release. People have called it a disappointment, bad fan fiction, the Phantom Menace of the Harry Potter universe.
Missa called Jaja Binks. Missa, your humble servant.
In light of that, I'm gonna say something that has historically baffled and confused some people. I love this story. The first time I read it, I was shocked. I was surprised. I was thrilled. I was laughing at what felt like almost every other scene. I didn't let myself get too hyped for the release of the script. I was disappointed I wouldn't be able to see it on stage, and thus, in the release, I was careless and accidentally wandered across some spoilers. The plot details I learned concerned me, but I've learned to trust J.K. Rowling over the years. Honestly, I was more nervous about the public's reception of it. I knew that immediately after its release, it would be punished for not really being the 8th Harry Potter book. Though I came out of my first reading of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child thinking, wow, that was kinda janked up. I still couldn't help but love it. Being brought back into the world I love alongside Albus Potter, the son of the boy who lived, and a new character, Scorpius Malfoy, an absolutely obnoxious, absolutely lovable, absolute dweeb. I ate it up. Honestly, I never wanted a story about Harry's children, even as a 7-year-old right after the release of the Deathly Hallows. But this wasn't just about Albus. It was still very much about Harry, about him as a hero, as a survivor of war, as a father especially. In my first read, the part that probably spoke to me the most was my childhood hero having grown up, having become a father, and being kind of terrible at that role. As Scorpius Malfoy said, father-son issues. I have them. After first reading the script, I was understanding of the people who didn't quite get it. It felt odd to me too. The show has a fair few weird bits. And time travel is a sketchy area for any kind of storytelling. Fun fact, even though I'm the person I know who's most likely to complain about time travel logic in movies and TV, I also think I'm the person I know who enjoys it the most. However, something happened about 2 months ago that sold me as a die-hard fan of this tale. I got the opportunity to spend 10 days in the United Kingdom with our mother, and on my final night there, we made a trip to the Palace Theatre to see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. On stage with, like, real person actors and real person magic. And on stage, I assure you, all the weirdness goes away. I mean, if you already hate it, you still may after seeing it, but I adored it. Harry Potter was there. I was watching him there, fight dark magic and laugh with his best friends in the same room as me. When I say real person magic, I mean it. The show was magical. The actors made every character unique and different. Imogen Heap's soundtrack was both wizardy and modern. Something that's going to be very special to the next decade, as all we're going to have of Witchcraft is the anachronisms of Fantastic Beasts. Everything in the show was done with such love. I spent 5 hours broken up over 4 acts sitting in that theater, and it felt like it was moving faster than any 90-minute film I've seen. I went into the show with trepidation. How will these actors perform these characters that I'm already in love with? And I came out with absolute certainty. I don't know how, I don't know why, but somehow this is the perfect Potter story to put on stage. What seems odd and convoluted in a script, or would be awful in a film, became one of the greatest productions I've ever seen on stage. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child is not for everyone. It's a very unique sort of show that makes the best of its moments off of a pre-built world, that requires some jargon and decent understanding of the rest of the series. As someone who for years has struggled communicating with my father, someone who has had such frustration and hatred for the parts of me that make me a Slytherin, even this summer feeling absolutely separated from some of my best friends, only wanting to do something right, and only feeling like I keep screwing up, this book, this story, this show, it speaks to me. Even more so now than a year ago. My copy's been living in my school bag the past 2 weeks. Whenever I need something to read, I take it out and whisper to myself my best impressions of the characters. I think I have a half-decent Scorpius Malfoy. It gets a lot of hate, and I understand that a lot of people can't connect with it the way I can. But The Cursed Child is dear to me. It's a treasure that, though different, I believe has earned a place alongside those giants on my shelf. Thanks for listening, Alex. Sorry for going a little ranty. I'll see you next week.